This year I resolved to finish my novel. This year I resolved to fill our ventilation ducts with cutting lasers, and then flood the sewers with acid.
Hello, and again, welcome to the Aperture Science Computer-Aided Enrichment Center. We hope your brief detention in the relaxation vault has been a pleasant one.
So, what is this Iji? Well, if I had never seen an independent game, and someone said, "Want to play a high-quality indie game?" this is exactly what I'd expect. Poor sprites, limited controls, by that I mean you can't shoot at angles or even up and down. The same couple chipsets recolored and used over and over again in every area, and made by a person who truly understands video games.
Welcome to Test Chamber 4, a live fire course designed for military androids. Please be careful. You're doing quite well. Well done, Android. The Enrichment Center once again reminds you that Android Hell is a real place where you will be sent at the first sign of defiance.
Not only is the gameplay good, but this is one of the most dynamic games I've ever played. To start with, you can choose where all your level ups go, having complete control over Ichi's growth. You can use hacking to make illegal weapons modifications. I love it already.
Where do you think you're going? Because I don't think you're going where you think you're going.
Things have changed since the last time you left the building. I don't want to tell you your business, but you've been wrong about every single thing you've ever done, including this thing. Alright. Keep doing whatever it is you think you're doing. Make no further attempt to leave the testing area.
The logbooks you find everywhere are written from various perspectives and make the game surprisingly immersive. They also add a great deal of comedy to an otherwise dark storyline. But the real beauty of the game is that your decisions actually matter. If you kill everything you see, the enemies become increasingly terrified of you. If you play a total pacifist, not only do the enemies notice, but some of them even side with you.
Oh hey, you're the lady from the test.
But what's even more impressive, the game actually takes into account whether you've killed specific enemies and read specific logs. I'm not going to feel bad for stomping Goombas no matter how much you guilt-trip me for it. It's even possible for Iji to be driven insane, in a surprisingly realistic manner.
The symptoms most commonly produced by Enrichment Center testing are superstition, perceiving inanimate objects as alive, and hallucinations.
To say the gameplay is good is an understatement. The physics are solid, and, more importantly, the author has a firm grasp of them. The weapons are varied and creative, not to mention the jet bikes, hacking, hidden skills, and other game elements. It doesn't take long before you forget about the game's shortcomings entirely.
That thing you're attacking isn't important to me. It makes shoes for orphans. Nice job breaking it, hero.
The bosses, particularly at the end of the game, are amazing, including one of the best last bosses I've ever fought. These aliens have a farcical tendency to blow themselves and each other apart. And in the pacifist run, you can exploit this as a convenient source of experience points. Then there are the little touches, like how the game keeps track of how much you suck. That's it, I'm hitting you with the scrambler. Needs more scrambler. Blippery. When you tear the head off a gun turret, you can kick it around, and even into enemies to kill them. Destroying a filing cabinet causes papers to come out and slowly fall to the ground. Spaceships fighting in the background actually get destroyed and disappear. As you increase the game's difficulty, enemies learn to dodge your attacks, but only if they can see the attacks coming. I'm just that good.
That thing is probably some kind of raw sewage container. Go ahead and rub your face all over it.
At the beginning of the game, Iji apologizes whenever she kills an enemy. But if you play aggressively, it's not long before she's screaming "Die!" and even laughing as she blows the aliens away. I never promised you no missile ponies. Toot toot. I know I already mentioned that the aliens come to live in terror of Iji, but I really appreciate it. I've played too many games where you can bring down a dragon and 6 titans with your bare hands, only to reach the next screen and have the villain laughing as he calls you pathetic. It's just a shame none of them react like this.
Now I have a surprise for you. Deploying surprise in 5, 4... Time out for a second. That wasn't supposed to happen. Do you see that thing that fell out of me? What is that? It's not the surprise. I've never seen it before.
If you're watching this at Gamerzsnark, there should be a link directly beneath this video to the author's website from which you can download Iji, as well as other games and mods he's made, as well as an interview with the author.
Did you just set that Aperture Science thing, we don't know what it does, into an Aperture Science Emergency Intelligence Incinerator? That has got to be the dumbest thing that... Whoa.
All in all, Iji is one of the best indie games out there. And good level design, a customizable main character, coupled with difficulty settings and alternate gameplay modes, and loaded with innumerable secrets, means that you can play it many times without getting bored.
Remember, the Aperture Science Bring Your Daughter to Work Day is the perfect time to have her tested.